So basically, yeah, I see the stream already started, so I hope it works. Okay. So we have 18 drivers on the grid. And just let us start finally. Lights out and away we go. We are missing 2 cars today. It's Ero F1 cannot race, same as Ginger. But Ginger promised that he will race next week. I don't know. But here we are in the Singapore Grand Prix. Let me sacrifice this moment to make you a thumbnail and description because it's highly needed. Drivers are picking ready. We have 18 drivers in the grid. And let's go with the Singapore Grand Prix. Probably it will be the longest race of the season. The reason is well known. This is a long, slow track with around 1 minute 40 seconds of lap time. But this is not the worst thing because it will also have the long, the many laps today. Around 31, which is very, very long. I can prove it with my fingers, which were literally dead for 1 hour after the race. So basically, we're not going to have a most exciting race today, but it doesn't mean you need to leave the lobby or the broadcast because we still have better races than in Veloz. By the way, we have a new debut driver in Haas. It's Axel, who you could see on the right side of the menu. He was like 5th driver or something else. We have qualifying in Singapore and let's go. Just last edit and there we go. We know we started 5 minutes late, but still we started because some drivers requested. I also had a heart attack because once in one moment when I tried to rejoin lobby because Jasper had error, I had literally a heart attack because I just got kicked from the lobby to another one, like I was alone. But fortunately, we have the race, and we don't need to worry. Only Ero and Ginger absent, 18 drivers on the grid, and also one reserve. Actually, it's going to be Timat's debuting. I don't know. I cannot speak French. Sorry. Drivers are getting out of the pits. Singapore is the first ever circuit where the night race was held in 2008, which also had much more difficult chicane. You can see around lap 10 on the minimap. It's very near from 2 number, which means sector 2. Oh, so many drivers in the traffic. Max already retired from the session because he has qualifying ban. Needed to remember you, as he crashed into ISA in Russian Grand Prix. So this was the new steward's decision call exit, and he received the quali ban and 3 penalty points to his license. About the reserves, we have only one today. It's Timat's, who is in the mini project F2 in F1. Around Austrian Grand Prix, me and Jody actually decided the best drivers in F2 with the best performance will race in F1 as reserves. It ended up with Dukes, Ero and Houseman being full-time drivers. Dukes in Mercedes, Houseman in Racing Point, and Ero in Toro Rosso. And Timat was the reserve, and he is still today racing in Mercedes. Okay, who was the first to leave the pits? It's Alan for 12 people watching this broadcast already. Very nice result, and thank you so much, and hope you will stay until the end. Because even though it is Singapore, we're going to see many emotions today. Like, not maybe like in Italy, but still. It will be so nice to watch. Wow, 14 people. Very nice result. Jasper and Alan already started the hot lap, so we are going to see the Racing Point driver, one of the 5 title contenders, they are all present today on the race. They are Plausible with 163 points, Max with 162 points, Oliver with 142 points, then we have Bjorn with 132 points, and Luke is on the 5th, 126 points. There is also one driver who we might count into this title battle, but I think personally that he is that he will have guaranteed P6. It's Axel, racing in McLaren with Max Stroll. And the Constructors' Championship, much more interesting fights, because we have Red Bull leading with 295 points, then we have McLaren with 253, and then we have Racing Point with 232. Ferrari doesn't count the battle because they have 151 points. Then we have Williams and Renault separated by 1 point. Also Mercedes and Alfa Romeo also separated by 1 point because Mercedes has 56, Alfa has 55. Axel starting his hot lap. Let's check out where is Albon on the sector 3. Toro Rosso is ninth with 43 points, and then we have Haas with only 6 points. Ooh, another fan clubs around here. Now Dukes. Albon makes the fastest lap in the qualifying session. It's 1:37.6, literally. Masters, if you listen to this, okay, Niewko making even faster lap, but on medium tires. Oh, look on softs with 135.5. Masters, if you're listening to this broadcast, please notice that the fastest lap in the results in the standings, which you can see, Luke 36S has 135. It's barely seeable for us. We need to make the white background behind it, so it will be much easier to see. For F1 2020, of course, Plausible is on his hot lap. Bjorn declared that he will probably race with no assists. Okay, this is going to be interesting today. As you can see, he's using low traction, low onto the brakes. You get yellow flag sector 2. But we need to check out who is closest to complete a hot lap. It's not Axel for sure. It's Dukes getting out of the pits, or it's Timats. It's Dukes. Nizo completes the lap, crosses the line, 1:38.7. Jaren started his hot lap. Haber has invalidated lap time. Also, Axel starts his hot lap now. What about Plazen? Invalidated. Axel's on the sector 2, Nuruzer let him by. So basically you have that one boring part of the quali where nothing can happen basically, because the people on the beginning of their hot laps, or they are just in the pits or in the in laps. So currently Luke has 1:35.5, then we have Niewko losing almost 2 seconds, Allen for Bjorn, Nizo and Patrick. And these are the all 6 people who made the hot lap. Plaza was about to start, but I don't know why Axel uses no ERS. Drakenstein can say literally hello to his new teammate, because he had Ferrari for most of the season, but unfortunately Ferrari gave up after he reached no points this season. Absolutely pretty sad result, because he had a chance for very decent ones. Even if he could win the race in Britain, but he unfortunately got disconnected. Then he had a lot of spins, crashes and other stuff like that. So this is why he's not racing anymore, but I hope he will continue for the season 4. He's just taking a break, I guess. Axe is going very sharp to the corners, almost cutting all of them. He's on the last corner. German even outscores. Look, what Axe are you doing? Like, come on. 1:39.5. He has damaged front wing. But I don't understand. No, he doesn't have damaged front wing. He was on the hot lap. Okay, Nurser has fastest sector 1 on the medium tires. What about Pleasant? He has fastest sector 2 on hards now. but I don't think they will do fastest laps. Basically because Gerard has 1:35.3, but also he'll have to pit very soon after the start, around even maybe lap 5. But this is still a thing to see. Maybe we will have a safety car. Like I was commentating Singapore in F3, there was safety car as I remember. Lazenball makes the 6th place with 1:37.7. What about no loser? He's on the sector 3. Guyet is on the last corner. Junkerstein made also a lap. What about Guyet? He's third with 1:36.3. But remember, he was making a lap on soft tires. Like I can show you them, please. Only six drivers on softs. Rest are on mediums or hards. No loser crosses the line to 3rd place on medium tires, 1:35.6. Then we have Dux about to cross the line because no all of us will make a lap, especially if Jaren has no fuel. Dux has last corner ahead of him. He makes it pretty well, crosses the line into 5th place, 136.399. So he broke the barrier of 136.4. Yes, I'm right. Basically, I think the barrier of 135 is possible to break, but I'm not sure about that because most of the drivers will do laps on soft tires. So this is, I'm unsure about that. Hello, Ero. You are supposed to race today, like, come on. Javier's now on DRS zone. He had a pretty nice result on the Russian Grand Prix when he finally achieved a first podium in F1 division. We were supposed to him maybe even the title contender, or at least top 10 driver. But this was a 2nd points finish on the season. The first one was in Canada when he finished P9. But we remember what happened in Canada. Literally there was a massacre, like dance massacre. Somehow someone knows about this this picture. Maybe, but this is what I meant. Laszlo cuts every corner. I don't know why, but also I wanted to race, but I can't. Okay, it's easy to understand. Junkerstein is on another hot lap. He's on medium tires now. We have 7.5 minutes to the end of the qualifying. Javier makes the fastest sector 2. What about his performance? He's using manual gearbox, as you can see. He was using 2nd gear on the high rotate per minute. He crosses the line, making even the fastest lap, and it's 1:35.1. So, what I can say, the barrier of 1:35 is very easy to break now, especially when Luke starts on soft tires. And Jerome makes it on mediums. But I don't know if he will do faster lap than he's done it on softs. Drakenstein is about to finish his lap time as he's P12, 1:38.4, and he's currently on the sector 3. Behind him there is Timats, because Dux is in the pits. No loser now. So we have 3 fan clubs here. The first one was Axel, or actually the French drivers. Drakenstein crosses the line, beating Kaiset, but that's it. Second fan clubs is Dux. Now we have Jeroen and Toulouse, so we have 4. I want his photograph. I don't know, ask him. I'm not the one to share you them. Patrick has no ERS, same as Timats. So probably spins or invalidated lap times. Who was the closest one to finish the lap? It's going to be Luke now. Because Williams of Patrick is heading to the pits. This is the very hard corner below the bridge, because the drivers will literally have to watch out on the inside line, where there's a barrier which can hit them anytime, which they can hit anytime. Luke breaks Jeroen's lap time, but doesn't make it on the on Javier, so he doesn't make the fastest lap of the qualifying session now. Jaren is now the one fighting for his better lap time, but on medium tires I put it out, so we need to see the lap data. Yes, he's losing 4 tenths, and maybe he has done a mistake on the sector 3. His brother No Loser is on the 4th place with 1:35.6. We have also Jesper, first time on the track with the hot lap. Jero now heads into the pits. He has seen that there is no chance to break his lap time, to improve it, and maybe even break 1:35. And works on his hot lap on medium tires, because I am showing you the best lap times. Well, I'm going to show you now the fitted tires. And Jaren's consistent. Like, personally, I've been commentating this league since the beginning. Nuruze was from the beginning, from the very start, and Jeroen made a debut in French Grand Prix in Season 1, and I can say Nuruze from these two brothers is pretty fast, not maybe much faster, but he was twice 4th in the standings after Season 1 and Season 2. And Jeroen on Season 2 especially was like, once he made a P4, then he crashed 3 times, then P6, P7, another crash, DNS, etc, etc. Just Nuruze at least won a few races and got some podiums. Not in this season. The closest one was Italian Grand Prix, where he finished P3, but Placebo got his penalty removed and promoted the Red Bull driver into 2nd place, and Nuruze dropped to 4th, really unfortunately. Axel is finishing his lap time, but I can see Racing Point of Allenvor finishing also too. It's Allenvor with 1:35.697, losing 50,000 of a second to 4th Nuruze. Tim Mats goes 11th, 1:37.6. Separating both Red Bulls, Axel crosses the line 1:36.2. He is great. He is great. He is the new Senna. We will see today. Nuruze made the fastest lap on the medium tires from the medium tires drivers, but there's also Axel, who won the race as a reserve in Season 2 Mexican Grand Prix in F1 division. There are yellow flags around. He now may have the slipstream from Axel, or maybe Axel doesn't know that. Axel makes a lap. Okay, he let him by. Abu has no ERS, same as Jesper's. Axel not. Got started his hot lap on soft tires, so he's probably about to improve his lap time. Maybe even break 1:36 actually. Tiamat's no ERS, same as Nizo. Also we have yellow flags on the main straight, because the start finish straight, I don't call it main straight because it's shorter than the second DRS. Patrick started his hot lap. Plazable made 6th place and we didn't realize. I thought he was on the in lap or invalidated or made a spin. But he is here with 1:35.9, making 6th place. Pretty nice. He's the leader of the championship, just 1 point ahead of Max, who has qualifying ban after crashing Nizo on the Russian Grand Prix. Axel crosses the line, and what he will make, he's making P7, 1:35.9. Still no one on the medium tires beat Nuruze. Get was also outscored by most of the soft runners. But he's trying to make another lap time. Axel retires from the session. No more chance for him to improve himself, so he'll be probably out of top 10, and we have Gayet literally stopping on the main straight, so he will not improve himself. Stay at the best P11, but Dirks doesn't improve too. Same as Jesper. But Jesper might have time to make another lap, because as you can see, there are 20 seconds left. He has invalidated. But he can start it now. Can he do it? He's trying. Went outside of the track, but still, okay, he doesn't make it. Where's the closest now to cross the line? It's going to be Oliver. Or one of the Red Bulls or Williams of Patrick, I guess. What happens here? Gniewko, come on. Patrick outscores the pole. There are so many tires in the session. So we now have only a few drivers coming. Oliver is about to cross the line. What his lap time is going to be? It's going to be 1:35.4, just 2/10 ahead of the loser. Gniewko also retires, so now we have only Nizo, only Dukes. Nizo, Dukes, both not making lap time, so it's all about top 3 now. First are two Ferraris of Javier and Luke. Luke is first, and then we have Jeroen. These are all of the contenders. Who is going to take the pole position on the Singapore Grand Prix before the start? It's all the open case. They are on the top 3, they know it, I guess. But who will be on the first place? Who will be on the front row? And who will start next to Oliver? It's Luke making fastest lap, it's 1:34.8. So I was right with beating it. Javier doesn't make it. What about Jeroen? He even, I guess, he made second. And I was right. Luke starts with the pole position, maybe risking even his chances for the championship, because he was losing 40 points to the leader of Plazenball. He literally lost like, not 40 exactly, but 37. Maybe this race will make him saving his chances and making them much bigger. Because if he will win with 26 points, and let's say that Plazenball is DNF, he loses only 11 points, and the title battle is going to be much more interesting. And what's more, Luke is a title defender. Okay, I haven't shown you the back of the grid, but who cares when we have the front. Let me go for a second while drivers are putting their strategies. Maybe we'll have a rain. I'm back. I see your question, Jens, about the standings. I will tell you where is Jeroen. Jeroen is P17, making points this season. His best result was 6th place in Germany. Additional points were Britain with 4 points, so it was 8th place, and Russia with 9th. Okay, we have formation lap started, so I told you about the top 6, then we have on 7th place is Jody, the F3 driver now with 76 points, but I think he will be easily beaten by Jesper, who has 59 points. Same as Ginger with 52. Then we have Mikulitsi, reserve driver, but kinda inactive, with 39 points. Gniewko with 35 points is 11th, then we have Isa with 24, Guy at 21, then we have Nuruz on the 14th with 18 points, Javier 17 points on the P15, Houseman P16 with 15 points, Jeroen is P17 with 40 points. As I said, Dukes has the same amount of points. William Penoza, who is unfortunately banned after unreported absences, 10 points. And then we have Patrick on P20 with 8 points. 6 points have both Drunkenstein Ture and Ed Zax, who is F2 driver now, and Thierry Boydet, another banned driver with 1 point. So, you got the standings, yes. Jens. Enjoy them. Alfa Romeo actually is on the 8th place, and the constructors, as I wanted to remind you, they have 55 points, but they are losing only 1 point to Mercedes. How many points are Timothy and Dukes about to make today? I guess there will be a few. But let's focus on the race, because it's Singapore Grand Prix. This is the main race for Luke, to compete fully on the title battle. But he doesn't only have to win to make points, he has to win this race, because otherwise I doubt if he'll join the top 5. Same as I would like to see more points from Bjorn and Alan, for not from Max or the Plasma, to be honest, to make it as equal as possible, to finish it on Brazil, to make the winner wins. We're about to start. Luke is way ahead from everyone. He'll peacefully wait. Then we have Ero and making... I guess it is the best result of the season for him in the qualifying. Same as Javier, but I don't know his place on the Russian Grand Prix. I don't remember, to be correct. I'm for the 4th on the medium tires, same as Neruther. And then Plasmable, the top 6, is setting up, same as the rest of the drivers. Maybe I'll do something a bit. Okay, are we about to start? Where's Maxro? Maxro is setting himself on the line. And here we are. This is the question about the top 6. Luke, Ero, and Javier Allen for Neruther Plasmable. The start is now. The lights out. The lights are out, and away we go. And it's Luke keeping himself in the lead ahead of Ero and Javier. What about the rest of the grid? Allen keeps himself on the 4th. They have Neruther on 5th, going wheel to wheel. Same as Plasmable and Axel. They haven't changed their positions. And we have literally the calmest start, the calmest turn 1 we've ever seen. No crashes, no collisions, maybe a few overtakes, but I'm pretty surprised. I still think that there will be mess later on. We have Jaren fighting with Javier, for example, for the 2nd place. Also, Axel was out of the track for a second. He tries to dive into Plaza. There was also a crash on the back. We have Axel and Duke spun. Drakenstein escapes from it very well on the P16. T-Max was very close to crash into Bjorn. But to be honest, 16 people on the broadcast, hello everyone. Was the pretty calm start. We couldn't avoid the incident, which had Axe and Dukes. But everyone is still going. Unlike Italian Grand Prix, like, come on, make Italy V2. Also, let's check out the position changes, because there were some, but only at the back. Gaet gained 1 place, 3 places gained by Toros who drive Gniewko. We have Patrick 1 position up, same as Bjorn, Timmons and Drakenstein. Maxro made a record of 5 places up, but I think he will make much more, because he is one of the title contenders, one of the fastest drivers on the PS4. I saw him many times on the top 100 of the time trial, for example. Luke makes the fastest lap. Where is it? There is Jeroen out of the race, crashing with his teammate. We have safety car. I knew this will happen. Nurse and Sharon going to literally now. I don't know what to do. I don't know what they will do. And I know they are brothers, but are they now going to literally argue themselves? I don't know. I'm pretty scared now. We have safety car on the lap 2. Dukes and Axel used it to pit. Fortunately, no one else got damage. Only the Alpha teammates. Wow. It's the first part of the party starts. Alvor is 3rd. We are going to see Ferrari 1-2 if they will not lose that much time, and maybe we'll pit. But what? That's a lot of damage, yes. Like, I don't know what's happening now on the Nurse and Jeroen's homes. If they live together, of course. But I don't want to be there. Like, honestly. So basically, mostly use on it Axel is 5th, same as Plasball. Also, Maxwell is now 7 places up. Luke is way ahead of everyone, but he's using this advantage, and I think he has to pit. They are gonna fight for sure. Maybe. I don't want them all. Like, honestly. No more points for Alpha today. They had promising qualifying. They had promising start. Maybe even fighting for the podium. Teammates crashing. Top 10 teammates crashes in F1. First place, Nurza and Jeroen crashing in Singapore lap 2. Javier and Luke both entering the pits, so this means Alvor leads the race from now on. And Plausible second, then we have Axel on third, Nizo on fourth, Jesper, Gayet, Nievko. They're using mainly on it. Both Ferrari drivers will be just ahead of Patrick maybe, and Axel and Dux, but that will be all. Like, Ferrari mechanics, Ferrari pit crew, have you been changing tires for Javier for 5 minutes? Literally? I don't know. Axel making very nice debut drive, by the way, because he's third. I forgot to also mention that we have someone who celebrates birthday today, and it's Red Bull driver Plausible. Wish him the best for the rest of the season and join the title battle, especially in Brazil, which I already invite you to, which will happen in 14th June. So it's going to be around in a month. We are now waiting for the last 5 drivers. And what I can say, there is one fortunate thing in this crash, that the teammates have crashed. Not like random pair, like Max went to Jeroen, Patrick, Jeroen on Drunkenstein. Drunkenstein would be pretty mad. As I kinda know him, not on the real life, but still. You don't know what he can do, what he can say about that. Safety car is this lap already. Like, guys, come on. The last 5 haven't even joined it. Well, I guess they will do. Alvor leading the race. Are we going to see? Okay, I have rewinds. I have flashbacks from Belgian Grand Prix and Canadian Grand Prix. But Alvor will try at first to keep his lead after the restart. Yes, minus fuel. As you would like to see tires. Everyone is on mediums or hards. And we are about to restart the race. Alvor is going pretty slow. Now he pushes. And we are starting the Singapore Grand Prix once again. And it's Alvor ahead of Plausible. Only 2 tenths, so they are going to fight for the first place for now, I guess. Then we have Axel on the third. Max overtakes Gniewko for the 7th. So the championship contender who is on the 2nd place now is making a lot of places. Same as Luke on Frankenstein, who tried to recover after this pit stop. And Axel tried to make a move on the Turkish driver, but he doesn't make it still. He gives the inside line into the next turn on the straight, but after that there is a corner which will go outside line, and he may even lose the position to Patrick, but he go outside line. There was contact between him and Axel. He was a bit of pushed off the track. I think this is pretty much a racing incident, but Kalexit will decide, who is our new head steward. Dux also overtakes Drunkine, who is trying to go inside line. There was contact, and he lost another place. He's now last. Plausible going pretty much outside line, just losing on it and making Alvor's advantage double, because he was losing 3 tenths. Now he loses 5 tenths, something around that, and making Axel and Isaac closer. Maybe this is a kind of redemption for Isaac, because in the Italian Grand Prix he had the major chance for the podium, but he took part to that legendary carnage after a safety car, making him DNF. Luke is now behind Timats. So we are going to see another interesting fight. Timats is set to drive for McLaren, but today he is reserved because of the mini project F2 and F1, as I mentioned. Luke now went outside of the track. These hard tires are not as easy to drive as softs, even if they are fresh. We have no guide also keeping in Jasper's tail, keeping on the 6th place, and he has Maxer behind. Maxer is not making any other moves like he has done in Russia to prevent another qualifying ban. Kanker. So, yeah, I know what's happening. When your brother crushes you in the race and makes you retire, angry, actually. Bjorn is now behind Gniewko, and I guess he will overtake him very soon, because I know they are on the same compound, but you can see on the standings Bjorn is making the top 5 results constantly. Okay, I saw with the wheel, and it's going to be between Javier and Patrick. Javier makes a move into 13th place, recovering himself, I guess. Meanwhile, Luke overtook Timats, and he's now very close to the couple of Bjorn and Gniewko, the Red Bull Toro Rosso. So now we have a fastest lap made by Allen for 140.9, but the DRS is about to be unable to. Gniewko with the free tire penalty. Not here, the DRS, but on the next straight it will be. I'm sure about that. Max is very close to Guyet. Keeps losing and losing. Yes, we have DRS. Also, Timats fights wheel to wheel with Axe. They are both pretty fast drivers. Timats in F2, Axe in F1. Axe makes a move into P11. Very easy one. Now Bjorn is much faster than Gniewko, and he makes a place number 8. Also, Guyet fights wheel to wheel with Maxro. Pushes Maxro a bit, but Maxro now has the inside line, using it very well and making himself 6. I saw there's another battle round, and it's between Gniewko and Luke. Both are lagging, and I don't know who. So I'd say both. Yeah, it's Luke. Luke having lags. Yeah, they are pretty much lagging. Maybe we will see another battle. It's between... Okay. Gniewko is ahead of Luke again, but I don't know what's happening either. I hope nothing major will happen. But Luke is kinda ghosting. So let's not see this one, because the lags are not the thing that made you interested in this battle, in this race. Lap 7 started, and we still have Plausible with Allenburg going in the 1st place. Luke again fighting with Gniewko, but now Luke has DRS. He may use it, and he made it in place or not? Game, can you tell me? Can you stop lagging? Like, come on. Max on the 6th place, closing to Jasper for the battle for the 5th place. I still don't know. Come on, Luke, overtake Gniewko once and for all. He gets the space inside line, and he makes it. Yes, he makes it. No problem. Max is now losing only 2 times to Jasper. So he's about to overtake the Dutch driver, I guess. Who was also the title contender 2 first seasons. In season 1 he was 3rd, and in season 2 he was again 3rd. Even though he had the chance to take the title until the end of the season, until the last lap. But unfortunately he crashed with Axe, who was in the Red Bull then. Got penalty and finished only 10th. Even though on track he finished 6th. It still was giving him only 3rd place on the championship. He probably should have finished at the podium if he would dream about getting the title. But he is now racing in Luke's car. Luke is now in Ferrari, in the 9th place. We have Plausible now on the 2nd, once again with DRS. We'll be keeping an eye on Axro, because he's after Qualiban he is now 6th. I know he will have to pit once at least, but he's still proving us that he has a potential to even maybe win this race, starting from the last place. He goes inside line to turn 5 and he makes it very easily on Jesper, getting 5th place. Also, Guy overtakes Jesper and we didn't realize. Same as Axel Gniewko. So Jesper lost 2 places in literally 1 or 2 corners. Axel getting 3-second time penalty. Okay, Maxer is flying, yes. You're right, Libanov. From P18 to P5, but maybe even with a bit of luck. After Alpha teammates crash, Plausible is out of the race! So we have another safety car. Basically now, the leader is losing his lead for sure because Alvar is leading the race. Maxer is 4th. Then we have a look on the 8th place. It doesn't mean anything, same as Bjorn on 7th, but Maxer and Alvar are taking the positions. Adam, please check out the Ero F1 chat or Ero General, because Plasma is going to be very mad on his birthday today. The top 3 are pitting. So is guy going to eat? No, same as Jesper. Bjorn is keeping Bjorn is taking this track. Same as Luke on the 2nd place. Jiro and come on guys, you're brothers. Argue in the home. It's lap time, we have 2nd safety car. And I basically want to know what happened between Plausible and maybe a spin. Maybe he spun, maybe he made a Wojtinho. I don't know. But Gniewko is smart. Is he going to make a podium once again? And tell me if anything happens, Livanov. Tell me if anything happens. Tibat is 6. I know they are on hard and staying on track. Also, Hasses are changing their places. I don't know what's the reason, but Axel might get a penalty from that. Okay, they are joining the queue, I guess. Yes, because there is safety car. The last one is now Patrick with 15th place. Come on. Like, I don't understand. Another message is Javier, I cheer for Javier. Javier is from the back to the 5th place. Are the hard tires going to survive until the end of the race? I was trying. I ran from lap 5 because there was safety car in Singapore Grand Prix. But I had 60%. So I'm not sure if the drivers with 8 laps old hard tires will survive until the end of the race. Watch out on the next straight next time. Okay, safety car, and I probably know the reason of Plasma crashing. I'm gonna say this one if someone has. Then go on Discord and take your role. Discord link you have in the description of the video. We are going one more lap of the safety car. If I was there on the race, I would get the harder tire compounds, like less softs, more hards, and would pick another hards until the end of the race, literally. And Gniewko has to pit because same as Timats and Drankenstein, because they haven't changed tires. Same as Bjorn too. The rest is free from it. Max is only 11th now. So what we now have is literally another safety car and another car now going on, but at least Alvar is not leading. But he had made a clean restart on the lap 4. The tires can surely last, no problem. But I had 60% when I started from lap 5. And Max Verstappen again in it. He gained only 7 positions now. Bjorn is gaining 14, but remember about his 57 gap and Timats. The hearts are good. Still even the 60% they can go. So maybe most of the drivers on hards now will survive until the end of the race. But I will not be surprised if we will see the puncture. But everyone is on hards, as you can see. And we have safety car in this lap. It's Bjorn way ahead, with Luke way ahead of the rest of the grid. But everyone is now getting in the mix, getting in the bunch of the cars, colorful cars, trying to get the first place. We have 5-second penalty for several cars coming for Timats, and he might have wing damage now. It was major, of course. But doesn't seem to get any damage. What about Bjorn and Luke? Can they keep their first 2 places? After restarting this Grand Prix, there was damage from Luke! And here's the penalty, yes! For collision with Bjorn and his wing damage, because we've seen the debris getting out of his Ferrari. But we are restarting this race once again. It's lap 10, second safety car, and there we go. Dukes already overtook Patrick, and Luke is less than half of a second behind Bjorn, maybe half of a second. Axis then third, Gniewko, Javier, Timats, and Alenvor, who has a weird camera, by the way. Axis on 8th place. Then we have Frankenstein defending himself from Ice attacks, and then we have Max Rowe, who is now desperate to make comeback. So the question now is, in which position can Max Rowe finish this race? That's a job for you now. Because I guess the drivers who haven't started on hards are gaining on it, because they have rested around 20 seconds, even though there was safety car. Okay, 10. They gained a lot on it, then the hards will survive, at least as Libenov says. So what about now? Alenvor is now behind Timats, trying to look for space on the inside line, but it's still not enough space to attack Timats. Timats was very close to hit the barrier. So we'll go back on this battle. Timats might hit the wall a bit. And Alenvor is now on the start-finish straight, and we will have the longest straight on this after this chicane and another corner. 1, 2, 3, 4th corner equals DRS. So Isai makes a move down the inside on Frankenstein. Max also uses on it, and Frankenstein is like 3 places on the 1 corner, but he's going wheel to wheel with Jasper, not gaining any position on it. But what was that? Like, come on. So we have almost 3-wide battle between Axel, Alenvor and Timats is going to be lost on it, and he spun almost. And Axel is the one who gains the most on this overtake. Alenvor only kept his place, still being behind Axel. Max with opportunity to attack Isai, not here, not around here, maybe on the next longer straight. What about Javier? He has now chance, because he's faster and faster than Gniewko. He has 2 laps younger hard tires, but it doesn't mean anything. He's just faster. He made only 1 point. You say this Gniewko, but we can see the difference of the pace. How easy is he catching him? Now it's very hard to overtake, because it's Singapore. Jack is taking another place. We'll go back out to the battle between 4 drivers, like come on. It's between Gniewko defending. Then we have Javier, then we have Axel and Anwar. We have DRS back on. And I guess we will see another crash there. Yellow stuck in sector 3 and it's Duke span on the last place still. Axel tries to make a move inside and he makes it. So, where there are 2 drivers fighting, we had third and he gained the most on it. He gained a place. Now he has a chance to attack. Yellow sector 1, what's happened? Teammates with spin. Also Max lost the place, I guess. Maybe even he has wing damage. I need to check out. No. Axel overtakes Gniewko now. And having an opportunity. Max tries to overtake on the outside line. I say they had a crash on the previous race. What about now? This is going to be much cleaner, I guess. It has to be. Isaac has inside line, but he doesn't try to attack Max through and giving up literally the 8th place. Also, I'm more over to Javier. So this race is not boring as most of the Singapore Grand Prix in real F1, but it's still not Italy. Let's rate it like this. We have overtakes, we have battles, we had action, but still not the Italian Grand Prix. Or even Australia, second best race of the season. For me, of course. Alvarez now very close to Gniewko. He looks everywhere to maybe find a bit of space just to attack the Polish driver. So we'll probably wait until the DRS straight. Lap 14 had started, we have half of the race. Axel fighting with Luke, and now Alvaro goes wheel to wheel of Gniewko into turn 1. Can he take the 5th place? Yes, he's done it. Also, we can see Luke lagging another time, but we're used to it now. We just hope he will not be kicked from the lobby. Maestro couldn't decide if he will use DRS or not, but he used it as final. Axel overtakes Luke, and he makes it. No, he doesn't make it because he locked up a lot and lost his place to Luke once again. Now he has Axel right on his tail, looking for a space to make a move. But this is not a place to overtake. We have also Javier fighting with Gniewko here, which is very weird, but he makes it a move, even though Gniewko had a little spin. Max is now behind. We have also wing damage from one of the Renaults and it's Gayet. Max goes outside line for Gniewko. There's a crash. No! I was very prepared to say there was a crash between them. To have a flashbacks from lap 26 on the Italian Grand Prix, when Ginger and Toro Rosso and Maxwell crashed when they are fighting for the 2nd place. I was very much prepared to see this again, but Gniewko is Toro Rosso driver. Like, seriously, I'm not lying. Also we have Axel very close to Axel, but it doesn't change anything. Maxwell gets ahead of Gniewko finally. And maybe Isaac can use it, and he makes a move inside line, getting the position number 8. But Jesper, he has now opportunity to make it, maybe even turn 4, but he'll probably wait. No, because he's maybe a little bit trying to make it here. They're going wheel to wheel. Bjork has left! So this is an error. Gniewko tries to make a move outside line, but still not happening. The overtake. The re-overtaking actually. Please, someone bring a safety car. Because I cannot invite Bjorn. Patrick is fast to get on the straight, but it's still not enough because it's very narrow here. I can say yes. Okay, Timat is literally half of a minute. But he's not on the group because he's not added there. Like, what happened? Now Luke is losing only 1 second to Bjorn's Ghost. But I cannot, I am spectator. Just look, I told you. I have told you already. Bjorn is overtaken by Luke, then we will have Axel and Alan Vorm probably on the next corner. If we could. Also Gniewko fighting with Gayet. And Gayet is making the move on Gniewko. Well, I need to write something. Okay, is there nothing happening? Yes, there is nothing happening. Okay. Also, whoa, there's a fight between 4, 5, 6 drivers to the lead. It's already 6. Hello, Broneczek. Welcome to the race. We have top 6 driving it. If Bjorn was there, like, come on. I'm very disappointed after. Oh, there's Alvaro making a move inside line on Axel. But they're still going to watch it from Javier's camera. And Axel is now on the inside line, defending his place pretty well. Bjorn is already on the position number 9, and we also forgot Maxo and Javier fighting. Bjorn overtaken, or actually his Ghost, by Gayet. Someone, please bring the safety car, so it will be much easier to invite Bjorn. Okay, I need to write to someone. Because just we need. Bjorn is losing another place. I will show you. Luke is ghosting each other with Axel. And Axel makes a move. No. I don't know what's going on here. So basically, yeah, Bjorn is really much begging for it. But I need to try to someone invite. Oh, there's fight, there are fight. Alvor and Axel. Okay, it rolled to Timat, so it will maybe clear. Now Diesel tries to make a move inside on Javier to turn 10, and he makes it. Are you guys hearing something? Like a little sound? Okay. Okay. So basically, if the chat is if the broadcast is distracted by the chat, it's just Bjorn. Yes, he's back. Finally. But he will have to make literally a rush because it's lap 17. He's on the position number 14. I still root that he would get points today. Axel is leading it right now by almost 2 seconds. Hope Bjorn will take control as soon as possible. He's probably clicking ready up now. Can Dux now overtake Gniewko for the... Yes, he's back! But Gniewko defends himself from Dux, so he had 3 laps without Bjorn. He's now almost last. He's second last now. Alenvor makes a move on Luke in second place. Luke is in another position. What about Maxo? He's gaining 1 on Axel. He's teammate. I cannot see the message. Okay, round is for Axel equals let Max pass Max. Okay, get it. Gniewko is meanwhile behind Dux, and Bjorn will try to gain a second now. He's now making a rush. He has to pick mediums. But he's only 5. What? How many seconds loses to the lead? Do not delete bad points. Less than 10. So I think it's pretty possible. Maxwell overtakes Luke. And pretty difficult place to make it. But I have literally 7 drivers fighting for the second place. So we're going to see exactly the same as in Italy, where Jody was leading. Then we had a group of many drivers, even there were 8 or something like that, fighting for the second. Are we going to see the same thing today? Just was very close to crash. But he saved it and keeps on track. Bjorn, as you can see, he's gaining very much. Drunkenstein heads into the pits, probably for the mediums. Same as Bjorn. The 3 drivers are pitting. It's Knefko, Drunkenstein, and Bjorn. Now we can see Axel versus Luke, and Luke seems to have wing damage. Yeah, I know why, because he lost a part of his wing on the safety car restart. Axel overtook him for the 4th place. I think that Luke should pit now. Drakenstein, Bjorn and Knefko on the pits, but they can't say they were kept for a very long time. Mats is very close. Mats literally gained on those pit stops. But he was pitting 5 laps earlier. Nizo overtakes Luke for the 5th place. Knefko with 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Javier also overtakes his teammate. So Luke is losing more and more seconds and points to Jesper is about to overtake. On the outside line he goes. Luke defends himself on the 7th still. The slightest wing damage can bring you losing 6 places in literally 2 or 3 laps. Which is pretty sad. Especially if Luke is 5th. He has to win every race, not maybe every race, but he has to outscore his rivals to get more chance to win these, to get a championship. Jesper overtakes Luke for the 7th. Okay. So basically, Bjorn will be faster than Rankenstein, I'm sure about that. He is... maybe... yes, he's much faster. So he's trying to gain as many places as possible. But the rest of the drivers will keep themselves on the hard tires probably until the finish line, except Axel has to pit. Because Axel has to make a pit because it's mandatory pit stop. Knefko gets 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. So his race is probably ruined now. With no more chance to get points for the pole. What's the next circuit? We have Abu Dhabi. Knefko is getting softs, but I doubt if they will survive literally 11 laps. So basically we have many action until lap 20. 2 safety cars, Bjorn disconnecting, but fortunately joining back. He's now less than a second to Drunkenstein. We'll try to overtake him as soon as possible. Just losing 1.5 of a second. We are not checking penalties because the drivers are very close to each other. Same as for like Maxro, who is the fastest lap of the race on hard tires, and Allenworth. ISA is now trying. ISA now keeps himself behind Axe, and there is also Javier joining it, fighting for the P4. So we have 2 Italians versus 1 Frenchman. I think that Nizzo will be winner if he will accelerate properly on this straight. He's faster, but not enough, so he will stay 5th. Maxer is almost will to with Allenworth. Bjorn makes the fastest lap on the medium tires now. Now we have also to mention that what I can say when we have like another damage. Isai and Javier both got damaged, but I can't say it's racing against because we saw it. We definitely saw it, and we need to mention that Axel was taking his normal braking line. It wasn't like late braking, early braking, brake checking. It was just normal braking. So we cannot say that Frenchman is on the fault. But the final decision belongs to the head steward. As you can see, Javier and Nizo both having big, major problems with their wing damages. They'll be probably barely going 4th gear. Yeah, 4th gear is Isai, same as Javier. They're going to lose and lose on it. And just move it over to Javier. Luke goes to the pits for probably the medium tires or maybe even soft. So we have more action happening. But as you can see, Javier is struggling. He's on the 3rd gear on this turn, where normally you go on the 4th. Bjorn has changed his front wing and gets out of the pits on the new soft tires. And he's going to be yes, he will be caught by Bjorn and Frankenstein. Bjorn goes 11th. But they're going way too many times to the top 10. So we have like 2 groups, top 10 and outside top 10. Because it cannot change. Top 10 are hard tires. Maybe Axel will have to pit. Yes, he has to. But that's all. Maybe Javier and Nizo because of the damage. Already I have a bit of plans about the season finale, but we need to see, okay, Gniew with the fastest up, but he will be probably beaten by Luke. So, what I can say about it's going to be very much planned, especially if we have 1 week of break, so we can, after F2 and F3 races, fully focus on the Brazilian Grand Prix finale. Still we don't know how many drivers will fight on it. I hope it will be 5 drivers, which we have the top 5, both Red Bulls, Max Rowe and Luke, and also Allenford. Because they are the title contenders. Javier heads to the pits. I was right about that. Maybe Bjorn will be back into the points. Maybe. Junkers again, that's a 3-second time. Let's go into battle for the 2nd place because it's between Alvor and Max Rowe. Max is much faster. He will go inside line and it's going to be what they move. There was contact between Alvor and Max Rowe, but they are both keeping on the track. Alvor gets ahead once again on Max. Max now has outside line. Alvor tries to go inside. There was another little contact. They are going literally into third, and it's not going to end good. Max Rowe and Alvor into there. There was wing damage, and it's caught by Max Rowe. And Max Rowe is doing another place. He is 3rd, and I meant the place of piece of front wing because as you can see, he has the damage. Maybe same as Allenvor. We couldn't spot who was on the fault at the crucial moment, unfortunately, but Max Rowe, Javier or Allenvor will have the onboard for sure. What about Jesper and Isaac? Max Rowe now has to pit. As you can see, he's losing too many times. He has to pit now if he still dreams about at least the points. What did Allen do? Well, I don't know. But he's pretty safe about his 2nd place because Nizo is losing 6 seconds. Both Maxers have to pit. Max Rowe stays somehow on track. Okay, well, let's go to the battle between Jesper and Nizo. It's going to be another hard one because they were fighting, not fighting for the as a championship contenders in season 2, but Isai was on his prime form in the season 2. He won a race in Monaco. He was on the podium in Britain. He was 5th in the championship. Got over 100 points, which was pretty decent result in 16 races. So we need to say that he had a very nice season 2, which he can mark as positive ones in his league career. Can Jesper get into 5th place? He makes it with a lockup, but still manages to keep the inside line and staying on the 5th. Now another target is Axel. What I can say, with Max Rowe getting wing damage and Axel having to pit for the new tires, because I don't know if he had hearts from the start or he got or he pitted on the first safety car. But if it was the first option, Jesper has a chance to finally get back on the podium, which is going to be the first one after Monaco Grand Prix, where he was second. After that, the best result was 4th place in Britain. And just realized there was a contact between them. Where it was... Okay, Bjorn has left once again. No more points for Bjorn if he doesn't come back in one lap. He was pretty lucky that at least he joined back, but now he's not. Isai got another damage and this is why he pits. So what? Just on the podium? This is pretty much possible. And invite people to the broadcast because we are going to see many battles today, like Luke and Drankenstein and Javier. Maybe even for the 11th place, but for the 10th, if Bjorn will not come back very soon. Bjorn's for a moment in. Javier makes the fastest lap on soft tires. Can Drankenstein defend himself from the title contender and title defender? And Javier. Bjorn already, his ghost is overtaken by Luke. Yes, now he was overtaken. But about the front, Guide is 6th, making very nice result today probably. Same as Dukes on the 7th. Patrick back to the points. Drankenstein after a lot of races is getting points. Probably, because there are still Luke and Javier. Luke still stays behind, but I think he will get a house driver very soon. Dukes is less than a second to Guyet, so he will have DRS probably. Yes, he's losing 6 tenths. He's going to gain a lot on these two straights. Nils overtakes Bjorn. Nils overtakes not Bjorn, but Bjorn. Like, Bjorn got mad once again because of the disconnection. I didn't want to be in his place. So basically we now have I don't know what about Drankenstein fights Luke wheel to wheel. The Ferrari and the Haas are going. Luke is managing to get that 9th place. Wow, that was very close to make a call between Drankenstein and Javier, but they both keep themselves on the track, so there are no damages around for now. Bjorn joins back once again. And he makes the move on the inside line. He doesn't. And there is Drankenstein keeping on the 7th place. But I remember that he got a penalty, so he's probably outside of the points. Timats overtaken by Gniewko because Timats has pitted now, maybe for the fastest lap of the race. Join back to the battle for the 10th place try because Lucas escaped from Drankenstein for around a second now. Oh, that was a major problem for Drankenstein to accelerate from braking zone and the turn 13. So this is why he's getting another blitz. He's crashed. Virtual safety car. Okay. If there was full safety car, I would say Bjorn is a winner. Because he's finally back to the battle. But now I cannot say if it was Drankenstein's spin or it was Nizos colliding. If Drankenstein has a report, then send it. But we have a virtual safety car. Come on. But it wasn't Allenworth's fault, like come on. Max is also winning on him because even though he has wing damage, DR is enabled, he might keep himself on the third place. What about Axe? Maybe he will get podium or Jasper? I don't know. Javier overtaken by Nizzo. Okay. Jasper is about to equalize his best position for now, of course, from the season, excluding podium in Monaco, because it will be 5th place, which means he will equalize his result from the British Grand Prix. But come on. Nizzo is losing less than a second to Luke. There is a chance for him to overtake for the 9th place. Gniewko is on the goals because he has to lead by drivers. Like Axe, he has behind now. He has behind him Jasper. Pretty unfortunate race for the Polish driver, but maybe with a chance for the fastest lap. Remember what he has done in Italy. 2nd place from back of the grid. Who has fastest lap? I remember it's Javier, but I'm not sure about that. Okay, we can check it. We can check it out. Fastest lap, Javier 1:37.4. Jasper is losing less than a second to Axe. Gniewko at least has this one that he can watch the battle. Axe is now losing only 1.5 of a second. If there was no visual safety car, I would say that Axe and Jasper could have catch Max through maybe earlier, maybe even now, but it's still not happening as they are losing 1.6. How is Nizzo? Still half of a second behind Luke. But there is a lot of action happening around. Maybe there are lots of lags like Jasper and Bjorn and Luke. But there's also action, crashes. Maybe not. Okay, Luke with the 3-second time penalty, maybe damaging his chance for the points. Lap 20 now has started. Gniewko is trying to make fast lap. As you can see, he's much faster than his softs. Overtaking McLaren and Williams both. There's going to be another McLaren about to catch. You see his DRS now, he will be even faster, unlike Maxro. And Gniewko is unmapping for Maxro, I guess, very soon. Also, Axe and Jasper are both less than a second to Max. Yes, Max is in his podium after he got that wing damage. Maybe I should show you another camera. But Max is losing more and more places. He's about actually. Nizzo overtakes Luke for the 9th place. Jasper is trying to make move as soon as possible to Max, because he's only losing on it. Check Max, accept Jasper penalties. Jasper is making move on the inside of Max. He almost spun. He's safe from that one. I guess he is no wing damage. Fortunately, very fortunately. So let me check them as soon as possible. Maxro. One warning. Axe. Penalty. So Jasper can be 4th. No, because he has one penalty. He has to watch out. Hold another one. But for in this case, Maxro still keeps on the podium. Axel is about to win his debut race. And Alvar is about to be 2nd. What about Maxro? 3rd place. But this is still an open case because we have 3 drivers fighting for the 3rd. Both have DRS on Max. Which I just because on Max, but still. They are closing and closing. I don't know if they are on the... Oh, there was contact again! Between Jasper and Axe, but I guess That's again no or very minor damage. Jesper has a chance to go inside, maybe not on this turn. Still keeping himself behind Axel. We are heading on to the last lap because it's Axel. Is on sector 3, same as Allenford. They're keeping first place for a half driver and second for the racing point. It's pretty sure if they will not get any damage. Unlike if they will get it, will change once again. Yellow taxi sector 1. I couldn't spot a thing. Maybe a little spin from someone. Maybe Timat. Where's the fastest lap, by the way? Yeah, of course, very close. Just 2 tenths missing. Also, there's another fight that we are not spotting. It's Dux versus Guyet for the 6th place. Look at the 3-second time penalty once again. He's now surely outside of the point on the position number 11. The pole sitter is getting only 1 point from this race. Where's Saxton on the sector 2? So we continue to watch it. Come on, Jesper, you have faster tires. You have new, fresher tires. Be 7 laps, that is something. He's making a late braking, locking up outside of the track and getting 3-second time penalty. For now, Maxer's on the podium for sure. Literally, Guyet is probably rooting for the 3rd place fighters to all crash each other because he wants to probably get a first podium in his Ero career. I personally hope that it will not happen, but I want to see a lot of action today on the last lap. Axel is about to cross the line. We'll move to him after this turn. If he'll be very close to cross the line, I think it's the right moment. Axel debuting in F1, replacing Ferrari, making what he couldn't. He wins the Singapore Grand Prix. This is what he has done for the Ferrari, I guess. Allenberg goes second. Now it's about the 3rd place. Maxer, Axel or Jesper. And I think it's going to be Maxer. After getting wing damage, he kept himself on the 3rd place. He managed to make it. Very nice run of the start to the last place in the qualifying ban. And Jesper gets to the position number 5. Can guys overtake him? He's done it! Guys at the 5th place. I guess it's the best performance for him this season. Patrick gets 8th, so double points for Williams. Same as for Renault, because Isaac finishes 9th. And it's going to finish the points for Ferrari. It's going to be Luke or Javier. I guess it's going to be Luke for sure. And yes, I was right. 1 point for Luke. Bjorn will finish 12th, then we have Timmats on the 313. What a race. Pretty much action for the Singapore Grand Prix, I guess. Jesper lost his 5th place by only 0.3 of a second. Guyet, he is making the position in number 5, so he's making the best result this season. But there are going to be so many reports, especially Maxwell on Allenberg. Bjorn makes the fastest lap on the last lap. Timmats, can he make it? No, but he overtook Bjorn after penalties. Okay. So we have the podium celebration. Axel, out of nowhere, winning a race in the Singapore Grand Prix. What a great winner. I'm not surprised, to be honest, because he won in Mexico as a reserve in Season 2. Now, in the first ever Ero race in Singapore, he's making another victory. To be honest, he's one of the fastest. Maybe in Season 4, Axel knew Bottas. Yeah, to be honest. And there we are, finishing ERO Singapore Grand Prix. Let's check out the standings because we have so many reports about to be done. Axel, Anvor, Maxru, Axe, Gayet, Jesper, Dux, Patrick, Nizo and Javier. That's the top 10. Very unfortunate from Luke, Bjorn and Javier, and especially to Alphas. Because both Ferraris P10, P11, Bjorn outside of the points with only the point for the fastest lap. Both Alphas retiring from the race. But it will make the championship only much more interesting. Okay, let's start the press conference. Not, I didn't mean to click the broadcast settings. Okay, so let me invite the top 3, so it's Max, but they're going to argue. So first is going to be the winner, Axel. Let me invite them, like, wait a second. Got him? Maxro. Okay, just inventing myself the questions. Also, PS for disappointing myself because he loads for an entire century. Okay, where is Max? Here. Just please pray to God for them not to argue. Bjorn pretty lucky to at least finish the race as himself, not a ghost. Axe Bottas. Yeah. Axe, it's Max. I need to fight for... Okay, hello.
Hello guys.
First question. You got wing damage after collision with Allenworm. Can you say that safety... Can you say that safety car has saved you? That
Max,
virtual safety car?
I'm so sorry.
Oh,
Max.
it's okay.
I'm so sorry. I didn't on purpose. I didn't do it on purpose. It was we touched and I had to unbalance and then I hit you a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Axel, you speeded under VSC. I was 5.8 behind you, and then all of a sudden you were 6.8 ahead. So for sure you speeded under VSC.
How much delta have you got?
1 second he gained because of that.
How much delta have you got?
Because the next sector...
It's wrong, right, to gain under VSC, right? Wojtinho in the red?
At the end of the race, I think the result is the same, so...
Yeah.
I don't know.
And Axel, I don't want to be a dick or something, but Axel gained 2 places off the track, so maybe let's look at it. Yeah, I have to find something.
Okay. So I don't know, between you and me, I don't know is...
You can report
I think no, I won't. Well, I don't know. Because on the first race I push you off the track and I'll let you pass.
I had an illegal overtake.
Yeah. Ah, you had? Okay.
I had an illegal.
Okay. And after I think you don't leave me this space, but it's the race is the race.
Yeah, I had an unbalanced thing. I had a slide, so that's why I had to correct, and then I hated you. But yeah, I'm so sorry, mate.
It's okay.
Okay. So basically...
retired on purpose, by the way. Evidence.
Yeah.
So Wojtinho, you can ask now the questions.
Okay. Only one thing about the standings. After what I have counted for now, Maestro is leading the championship back once again with 177 points. Then we have Plazenburg with 163 and Allenvor with 160.
It's close.
Pretty much close. I only wonder what Bjorn and Luke are doing because
Max,
they are losing 30 points.
What?
Are you fast at Abu Dhabi?
No, I'm not fast in Abu Dhabi.
He's saying that every race we...
No, honestly, Singapore, I love this track, but
you're quite quick on track. You were fucking fast.
Yeah, right. I don't know. We will see that next Sunday. with training, I think I can catch you, but I can beat you. But
Which position have you started, Axel?
what?
Which position have you started in quali?
P7 or P8. P7.
Pretty nice. Pretty nice promotion. So-
What's happening between the two Alfa Romeo?
I almost crashed with them.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
It's amazing.
I need to see your onboard.
Yeah.
Here, look at this here. 5.6 is Axel ahead. And then all of a sudden... Here, look at this. Here he is.
Allenvor, the next sector, the second I win with you. I lost this second, you know.
Yes.
Wait.
So I don't know exactly.
So basically I'll just report him and we need Axel's on board about that. And Max, a question about Axel actually, because everyone is now writing Axel is Nelson Piquet Jr., Barrichello, Bottas or something else. So-
Honestly, he did a great job because I don't know if I can be in the podium at this time if it don't make what he makes. So thanks to him again. And
You were in the
I
party, right? Like,
yeah, right.
and you were saying to Axel, keep that Jasper behind, keep that Jasper behind.
I
Fortunately, you
don't
got a
have-
penalty.
Yeah. I don't have penalty and the two have.
So pretty
Yeah.
nice performance by you. How it's like to win on a debut as a full-time driver, Axel? Are you here?
What?
How it's like to be a winner on the debut race as a full-time driver?
I don't know exactly.
Axel, can you send your POV from lap 27 till lap 28? Because I think you speeded under VSC.
We need it.
So if you will do that, because I was 5.6 behind you, and then the safety car was ended, and then you were 7 seconds ahead of me. You gained 1.4 in one sector. That's not possible.
Because we are too slow. Allenvor,
Because what?
c'est pour ça.
Um,
Oui, ça fout tout.
because your delta is positive for 1 second or something like that.
No, not you. Delta can be red, but not if the safety car is ending and you will still on red.
And it's a bug of the game, donc, so...
Yeah.
No, but it's not allowed. I think to. So you
It's the
speed
game,
it.
no?
I think we will let
Let the
the
stewards
yeah
decide.
yeah.
Yes, we have new steward
But
collected.
Wojtinho, it's not allowed, right? To do that. To use
Yes, it's not allowed. Maybe a time penalty if it is really the red delta, but we'll see.
And yeah. I think
that doesn't matter.
I think the
Dis-lui qu'on veut la sienne, Max, aussi, de POV à Allenvor. alors.
Axel want your Axel want your POV on the virtual too. So
Okay, it's okay.
and for the decision of the stewards in Russia, I think it's pretty hard, but I don't know the stewards is the stewards, but it's pretty hard, I think. But okay.
Did I gain on the VC? No. I didn't.
It's
I was
all
about to
for-
ask one question, but I forgot about it. Oh, yeah, I got it. It's all about the race length. Are you feeling more tired than usual?
Yeah, Singapore is a long race. I have like a tunnel vision. Yeah, my eyes are a bit tired, but
I got to try the same with my fingers because I'm playing on the DualShock on F2. Fortunately, P7 at least. And what I can say, that's all about this race, that's all about this
Theo.
conference. What?
What do you think who's gonna win the championship?
Oh, finally question to me. What I want, that's all I want. Bjorn and Luke gaining that 30 points, or 40 now, to catch Max Row. Same as Platinum and you around 10 points.
Yeah.
And please, if you will do that, Max Row, you have forbidden to score any points now. So if you will finally make it, that drivers will be around 10 points, maybe separated from first to fifth. You will have the best title battle we've ever seen.
Yeah.
Because F1 is going to have 180 hits on his heart for a second, literally, or maybe a minute.
But you don't say who gonna win the championship.
Yeah, because I don't want to say. It's all about Plaza and Max Row, Alan Vor, Bjorn and Luke.
Okay.
And the best
Luke is out of it.
Just wait,
So I
he's
sent
able
it
to win.
I sent it
anytime.
in the group.
Just don't say it. He might come back anytime. He was on the He won the championship in season 2.
Ooh, Jordy.
Not Jody.
No.
It was Luke.
Look, yes.
Luke is very bad.
Maybe he's out of his prime, but he still counts into the battle. Oh, I got disconnected
Yeah.
from the lobby.
He have a championship like a roller coaster, I think.
Max, did you ever had a championship where it was so close in the end? I never had.
No, never had.
Maybe in F2, like 20 points ahead.
Much, I think. No? Because the last race he took up the DNF and...
He was second.
Oh, he was second? Okay. I forget.
Okay. So once again, thank you for the race, thank you for the broadcast, thank you for the conference, thank you for the race, and remember to leave a like and subscribe on our channel. Goodbye. See you next week in Abu Dhabi.